But today I'm going to be talking about create or creating, or we are creative beings. And I shared this a couple weeks ago. I've been doing an interview series with 21 experts. I've got 11 of them interviewed. It is amazing, the information, the books, the knowledge of these people. It's been exciting learning from them. But this guy, Tim Redmond, wrote a book, Power to Create. And I love how it just made me just stop and realize that we are creative beings. And as Christians, so many people have, because of religion, have stifled that imagination or meditating, because it's just like everything that the Lord made, the enemy tries to turn it into something bad. Everything that is good, that God made for good, the enemy will twist it. And so even imagination, getting an image, or meditating when it's all in the Word, having a creative mind. It even says in Ephesians 3:20 that I can do immeasurably more than we can ask or imagine. That's God saying that. So He wouldn't tell us, He wouldn't use the word that you can imagine for, okay? So the focus today is creating. In the beginning, God created. That's the first sentence in the Bible. In the beginning, God created. So in the beginning of anything you do, create, okay? Because you're a creative being. We are made in God's likeness. And so because you're a creative being, in the beginning, God created. Everything that has a beginning, we are to create, okay? In the beginning of what? In the beginning of your job, in the beginning of a project, in the beginning of a new year, in the beginning of fixing the yard up, in the beginning of a new relationship, in the whatever there's a new beginning in, you can create. And every day has a new beginning. That's what Scripture says. So you can create for yourself a new beginning in whatever is not working or whatever is working, glory to glory. But it's on us. It's on us to create what it is we're believing for, what it is we want our relationships or our life to look like, or what our job to look like. And this is the thing that's so interesting. Okay, so we're creative. Jesus even was a carpenter. He was a builder. He was about building, okay? Physically, he built, because he was a carpenter, he built with his hands. So we're to mimic or model that. He always built people up. You know, what are you building? Are you building up or tearing down? He wants you to edify. So there's a building up. God's always about increase, building up, not tearing down. He's always building something good, something glory to glory, something forward. So God, in the beginning, God created. So there's that little phrase for us to follow or mimic that. Jesus even was a builder, so he built things, built relationships. He was a carpenter, so he built with his hands. Everything he built with his words. God built with his words, because in the beginning God created, and then he spoke the world into being. He said, "Let there be." So he spoke. Jesus did it with his hands, and he spoke. So much in Scripture about speak things that are not as though they were. My word will not return void for what I sent it for. My word is like a hammer in Jeremiah, break through a rock. Everything is his spoken word. So create and build. That's what we're here to do. So today, my whole question to you is, what are you building and what are you creating? And you're always doing it in so many areas. You're doing it in your physically. You could be building something. You can be doing it emotionally and spiritually, with your words, with your actions, with tangible action put behind it. But what are you building? What are you creating? And if it's not things that are moving forward, or things that God's given you as a vision, or something you feel like is going to increase your life, or others, not just about you. Like sometimes we're building something or investing or creating something that'll be good for someone else. It's like the ministries. Ministries are a creation of something that's for others. And we should all have components of all that. So my question to you today, or my action for you today, is to ask yourself, where in my life am I building and creating? And is that flourishing? Do I like what I'm creating? Do I love being a part of that creation? Because if in Genesis, after God, it said in the beginning God created, then he spoke the world, and on the seventh day he rested. Okay, when on that seventh day when you're resting, are you looking at your project? Are you looking at what you're building? Are you looking at your creation, whether it be work, family, ministry, whatever it is you're creating? Or some people it's a garden. Some people it's their landscape. It doesn't have to be your work, but it's whatever you put your hand to. That's what it is. It's whatever you put your hand to. When you sit down on the seventh day and you look upon that and you rest, are you saying, like God said, it is good? It is good. Because that's how you know, you can tie that into, is this my passion? Is this my ministry? Is this where I want to go? When you look on that seventh day, when you're looking at it, can you say to that, this is good? It doesn't mean it's not hard. It doesn't mean it's not a season of growing. That doesn't mean it's easy. I said, is it good? Okay. If you can look at that, say it is good. It might be level 1, we're not to level 3 yet. Or maybe you're on level 10. Wherever you are in that, just is it good? So y'all give me some thumbs up and y'all give me some comments if this helped. So y'all go and build and create something good.